In today's video, we're going to walk through the presets we used to create the sounds for our high octane rock pack that you hear on our website. I'm Alex with Quantum DSP. Grab a guitar, it's time to rock. In today's example, I'm using a PRS Modern Eagle with high output pickups, and I've tuned the guitar down to drop D standard, but I've lowered the low E string to C. Alright, so I've fired up Cortex Control and I've opened up my preset for Magic Waters sample. Now this riff is from a song called Magic Waters by my band These Raven Skies. And as usual, I'm favoring a very simple signal chain so you can recreate this using any type of plugin or other modeler that you happen to have. So in this case, the amp I used is the Engel Rainbow 6, which is I guess an emulation of Ritchie Blackmore's signature Engel. And in the stereo IR loader, I've now taken Monster Little, which is from our high octane rock pack, and I've used a Klon clone called the Myth Drive in front of the amplifier, just to give it a nice transparent drive. Let's see what that sounds like. Sounds great. Okay, so that's how we built out the Magic Waters sample heard on our website using the Monster Little IR from our high octane rock pack. Now let's go click on the library here and let's try something else from the high octane rock pack. So let's try Nothing King. That's a reference to King Nothing by Metallica. Let's see how that affects the sound. So let's play that. Okay, so there you get that one. Now let's try the next one. Let's audition Nation Youth, which is a reference to POD's Youth of the Nation. All right, one more. Red. So this is Chevelle's Red, the Red. See, each IR has a different characteristic to it, so as you cycle through them, you're going to get a different vibe simply by changing the IR in your IR loader. Now you can also switch amplifiers to have dramatic effect using whichever IR you happen to want to use. So you can choose low gain, high gain, and that's going to dramatically influence the sounds that you're creating. So we've got the Dark Night preset open. This is a reference to Darkness of the Night from our website, which was a fan-exclusive song released by my band These Raven Skies. Once again, we have a very simple signal chain here comprised of an amplifier, an IR loader, and a reverb. In this case, the reverb is off so you get a better feel for what the IR sounds like. So in the amp position, we have the Victory Squid, which is the Victory Kraken amplifier, and we have the Dragula IR from our high octane rock pack. That's a reference to Rob Zombie's Dragula. Now let's see what that sounds like. Now in our previous example for Magic Waters, we switched IRs to show you how that influences the sound, but we also discussed that changing the amp can have dramatic effect. So let's try that out. So we have the Victory Squid. We're going to go to a British Plexi, let's see, maybe on the bright channel, dial up the gain just a little bit, some treble and presence up, and let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so that was a vintage voiced British Plexi sound. Now let's get something a little bit more high gain, kind of going back to where the Victory Kraken sound was. And let's grab this Mesa Boogie John Petrucci model and turn up the treble just a little bit there. And let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so that's a higher wattage sound, higher gain sound rather, and that is using the John Petrucci. So as you can see, changing the amplifier or changing the IR gives you a lot of tonal flexibility. So we really encourage you to experiment using our hybrid IRs and just seeing what you can achieve sonically here. Let's switch to something low gain, and once again, I like to use the matchless amplifier for these examples. It's just a nice clean example. So here's the same riff using the clean sound. Same IR, different types of examples you can use when you're using different amplifiers, and you can achieve all sorts of sounds. So there's a lot of versatility contained in these hybrid IRs, and it's just great to experiment and see what you can get out of it. Alright guys, that wraps up today's video on how we built the presets using our high octane rock libraries. Feel free to check them out at quantumdsp.com and drop us a line with any questions you might have.